This is a summative assignment, Amazon reviews. I can write a fun, positive review on Google Slides using a quirky item found on Amazon. So what you're going to do is you're going to write a review as if you were actually the customer. So things that you need to think about when you're writing your review, you need to introduce the product, keep the tone positive, explain what it is briefly. Do not ever put your phone number or an email into a review if you ever do it online. We don't want to make anything rude or harassing. It must be school appropriate, nothing political. You're going to have 4 products from Amazon. You're going to use Google Slides, so you're going to have a total of 5 slides. You'll have an intro slide with your name and hour, background on those, readable text, 4 sentences in each review, at least 4 sentences, spelling does count, images, star rating, and a live link. So again, as always, you're going to start here. Here's an example of a review. You can see I've put the picture of the pizza up here. I've got the stars, I've got my font, and I've got a review rating. Again, you've learned how to do all of this. This is what you want to show me now. You want to show me how you know how to do all this. This would be the live link in here. You never want to see the HTTP, the letters for the link. So here's the rubric, and when we look at the rubric, we can see that all the things are here. The links, having a link, image, drop shadows, reflections, your layout must be pleasing, grammar and spelling. So please make sure you review that. So I am going to come out here and start my slide. I always delete the text boxes. Remember, you just have to highlight the blue that you should still see the text. I'm going to do Control D just like we learned when we did our solar system because I know I need 5 of these. This would be my title slide. You can put anything on here that you want. I'm not going to ask you to do anything special. So on the first slide, I'm going to go ahead and start. Here would be an item that I just Googled on Amazon. So I am going to need this picture. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and see if I can save image as, and it's coming up, so it looks like I can, and I'm going to put that in there. I'm using my Mac when I'm working on this, so okay, here it is right here. I am going to put this right in there, and you'll see I'm going to shrink it up a little bit. And I'm going to go back and get the name of the item. I'm going to add a text box to add my text in. I'm going to run it across the entire slide so that when I put my words in there, I can have them centered when I do my align. I'm going to come back here. Let's see, it's called a tortilla blanket. That's all I'm going to grab is just that. I don't need to grab a lot. Put it in here, Control V, highlight it. Oops, excuse me, Control Z, highlight it. I'm going to make this larger, change the font style, keep making it larger, and once I get it to the size that I think will work, I'm going to go over here and make it centered. Let's go ahead and add a border around it, 3, and make it black, and then let's add like a tortilla kind of color. Now notice how it's got the white behind it for some reason. I don't know why it does this, but it's coming up with the highlight. So right here is the highlight, and you're just going to come down here to transparent, and you can see how that works. So here's the picture. I'm also going to put a border around that, and I'm going to change that color to black, and I am going to move it up just a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do is I would start my review. I'm going to grab a text box. I'm going to make it about that big, and I am just going to type random things in there. This is my review. Remember, periods, capital letters for proper nouns and things like that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put a live link in here. So if this was where I needed the live link, I'm going to highlight it, come back here. This is a share. If you can't find it, then you would just grab this up here, but you can come here and click on this and do copy link. Bring it here. When we put this in there, we should not see the URL. We should not see the words. We should only see that the word now is blue, or in this case, this green color. So that would be my review. That would be my live link, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Please remember to put a background color. You can put a picture for the background. When you are doing this, you're going to want to review again the images that I have over here. These are a lot of examples, the pizza one, the squirrel, and here's another. These are all different types of layouts, okay? This is a good one. You should really read it to see what it says. Here's what a real review looks like on Amazon. And then when we go to make the stars in a minute, I'm going to show you this, how the guideline works. And then again, this is a quick way to share it. Again, if you can't find that, and it should only look like this. If you have a bunch of weird letters, you are not taking that link correctly. So I'm going to click done here. I'm going to do the stars. They're under the shapes. They're under callouts. I'm going to go ahead and do a star. Remember, we work smarter, not harder. So I'm going to create one star, Control C, Control V, and I want to make 5 of them. Now the reason that I'm just repeating them is in keeping them the same size is the easiest way to do it. I know I don't have 5 yet, but I'm getting close. Oops. And then I'm just using my arrow keys to move them around to try to help line them up so that they look equal. Move this one up and over, and Control C, Control V, add my one more star. These are kind of large, so if I'm thinking this is too large, I'm going to select all of these. I will right click on them. So when I selected all of them, now I'm going to group them all together. So now they're all grouped together. I can enlarge the outline. See how I'm doing this all at once? Again, work smarter, not harder. So here they all are together. If I need to change the size a little bit, I can shrink them down a little bit as a group. But right now what I want to do is I want to leave them all selected. And I'm going to do Control C, and I'm going to take these to my next slides, and I'll have them right on my next slides for me, and I don't have to worry about remaking them. Again, work smarter, not harder. So you've got that in there. The other thing I can do in my text box is I can fill that with color. It has to have color filled in it to be able to add the formatting if I want to add the drop shadow. If it's not filled in, the drop shadow will not work there. So let's say I wanted to do both of these with a drop shadow. I've got them both selected. And let's make sure that it might take my stars and put drop shadows in those too. I'm not sure. Let's see. Distance, nope. Okay, blur so that they look the same. You would want everything to match up. So I've selected both of them because I'm doing it all at once. And I'm going to change the angle a little bit. There you go. All right, so that might be good. But please remember when you look at these, you can use different pictures even. Like this one has like a winter theme. This one has like a sparkly theme. You can use any image for your background. Always, always watch your rubric before you turn anything in. If you need a suggestion of ideas, right here is a list you can open up. The original ostrich pillow, that one's kind of fun. So have fun with this. Make sure it's school appropriate and follows all the guidelines and that it fulfills the rubric. Super important.